Hey guys, Mark from parkflyers.com. Today we're looking at an awesome new product from Traxxas. It's called the Disruptor. It's a 26-inch boat and it is retailing for $349.99. It's going to be available for sale on September 20th. The trailer that you're seeing it sitting on is $149.99. It's optional. It's definitely a cool thing to buy to have your boat sit on. It does come with its own little rack here, and that is a 4-piece design. It sits on it really nice. You get a spare propeller in the kit. It has optional alternative tabs that instead of these smooth ones that you need a tool, you could actually put these finger tabs on if you want. The kit also comes with some marine grease, and that is used to lubricate the shaft. Every 5 or 6 runs, you're going to have to lubricate that shaft in order to prevent any friction or binding issues in the drivetrain. Also, it prevents overheating. You always want to have that shaft lube. If it's ever making a high-pitched or squealing sound, you want to use that lubrication and make sure that you have it in there, and be very generous with it, because it makes your shaft last a lot longer, and the boat, like I said, will run more efficiently. Now, this is unique because it has a brand new motor type, and that is an outrunner motor. Outrunner motors typically have a lot more torque than a can motor, and the open design where you have openings in the can for airflow, it means it's going to run a lot more efficient and it's going to run much cooler. And this really is the perfect type of motor for a boat. It's a much better option than their other boats that, the M41, the Spar, and even the SR. For some reason, the shaft on this feels a lot smoother than their other boats. I'm not sure if they use different materials, but when you run it, you give full throttle and it spins, you let go of the throttle and it actually takes time to wind down, unlike their other designs. So it's more boat-like. When you're running it in the water and you let go of the throttle, it's not going to just break in the water unrealistically. It actually acts like a real boat because the motor takes time to wind down, and it's a really nice design. It feels more efficient. I'm not sure what they're doing. I haven't taken it apart yet, but we're going to investigate and we'll let you guys know. It comes with a 2056 steering servo. Not the greatest servo that Traxxas makes, but it's adequate for such a small boat, and we didn't have any problems with it. We noticed on the speed control, it has a nice heatsink on top, and the capacitors are very, very big, and they stick up really high, and that also lends itself to running, let's say, a lot cooler. This battery will take 2, 3, or 4S. For the testing, we ran it on 4S, and we used a Power Hobby battery just because it has a 100 C rating. Well, anytime I run a boat, I like to run a very high C rating, because if you don't, you're going to have battery packs that swell. There's a very, very big and large current draw when you run a boat, and there's very minimal cooling. A 100 C battery will handle the heat and handle the current draw. So it's something I highly recommend. Traxxas made an unusual move to offer the 6700 4S on this boat. It's a very heavy battery. I'm not sure how that runs with that battery, but I can tell you that with the Power Hobby 4S, it runs fantastic. Now, it has 2 Velcro straps that hold the battery down, and what I've seen from early testing is the battery does not get held in place by that. So the battery's moving around, the boat's not going to handle that great. You definitely want to get some 3M. It's called Super Velcro. It's not a regular Velcro. It's the same Velcro they use on Easy Pass or on, they use for commercial use. You want 2 of these in there. They're basically water resistant. They're not going to get affected by the water. You want to hold the battery down with this, and then you want to actually use the straps as well. When I did that, the boat was much more consistent. It didn't pop out of the water as much because you had all that weight being held in the rear, and it drove much better. The other thing you want to do is you want to add 2 ounces of lead weights in the back of the boat. Now, if you want to order this little Velcro kit and some of the weights, we're going to offer a $25 option on the checkout. So when you see this boat, it'll say you may need next to the boat. You click on that little option and you can get it with the boat. We'll actually install it for you. And so when you get the boat, it'll be perfectly set up to go. Now, one of the things I noticed with this boat is how fast it is. This thing, the minute you start driving it, you feel like it's overpowered. And you have to be careful, because if you just gun it, it's going to do a spin, and it's going to pop out of the water. It's the type of boat that you have to finesse. You have to drive it, giving gradual throttle and ease into it, and then you'll actually be able to achieve a top speed without the boat flipping out of the water. It also carves a very nice, in turning, it leans beautiful, and it just carves a really nice little groove in the water. It is very, very smooth, and it is so much more appealing to me than like a cat design, just because the boat can lean and handle. It does take a little bit of time to learn how to drive, but that's what makes it fun. The learning curve is nice. It doesn't get boring, and it's really fun. So this boat, in my opinion, is one of their best releases for any of their boats to date. I love the design. You can tell they put a lot of work and a lot of thought into it, and it's got everything that you want in a boat, from unbelievably cooling. Like, now, just let's talk about the cooling for a minute. So on every boat that I've ever driven, every time you run a boat, everything is super hot when you pull it over. The engine, the battery, the wires, everything is just super hot. And you know that when you run it, like, it's always getting stressed out. This boat, just no matter how long you run it, it's just super cool. I guess they over-engineered all the electronics in it just to run cool and, you know, to run efficient. And that's, you know, I think they achieved their goal. The other thing is the power to weight ratio. It seems like they overpowered the boat, and that's a good thing. It's always good to have more power than you need, because it gives you the ability to achieve a very high top speed. This thing will do mid-40s, and that is very fast for a 26-inch boat. We took the drone and we went to the Manasquan River Basin in New Jersey, and we took the drone. We flew it very, very high up in the air, because every time we would floor the boat, you know, we would floor the boat, we would lose it in the camera. So we had to go very high up just to show how fast this thing is. It is extremely fast. And we also wanted to show, using the drone shot, how beautiful it turns. It's just a beautiful thing to see. Now, the main feature, what I loved about this boat, besides the performance, was the ability to self-right. And that is something that a lot of boats have, but they usually have it with that rear open canopy in the back, or I should say rear open cavity in the back. This is a closed boat. It has a realistic hull. It doesn't have any weird things going on with it, and somehow they designed it to self-right. When the boat flips over, you just give it a little bit of reverse and it'll just self-right, and it's incredible. And now that's great, because somebody like me who doesn't have time to, you know, blow up a raft or have somebody on a boat ready for this, I just wanted to go film a video and do a review. It lets people like me just go and do it. I took the boat out. I made sure I had fresh batteries in the remote, and I had fun. I went out. I got great range. I never was worried that I was going to lose the boat. It came back to me every time. Now, I didn't run the battery down all the way. I didn't want to take a chance, but I got about 18 and a half minutes before I brought it back in. It was still running quick, so I'm not sure how much time I'm going to get, but like I said, when I brought it back in, the two things I noticed was there was no water in the hull, and everything was cool, from the motor to the speed control to the battery to the connector, everything. So I was blown away by that. And like I said, I was really surprised by how much time Traxxas put into this design. I'm more impressed with this than any of their boats, and I'm gonna keep this. I love it. I'm gonna use it, and it really, really is something special. I'm gonna definitely keep playing with the weight and the balance, and maybe even I might put an Oxidine prop on the back and actually do some testing and report back to you guys. The Oxidine props are generally propellers. They're made out of aluminum. They're extremely sharp, the blades, and they're balanced. So, and they're very stiff because they're aluminum. Usually you get anywhere from 5 to 7 miles an hour increase. I'm not sure that this chassis could handle that, because it's just going so fast. I'm not sure if it could handle more speed, but I don't think you need to go faster than this. After I took this out and I drove it, I don't know if I would desire any more speed out of this. And there was nothing really left for me to want. Usually when I take a kit out, I'm like thinking, how am I going to upgrade it? You really don't need to upgrade the speed on this. You don't really need to change the servo. You don't really need to do anything. It's one of their only products I probably ever tested where I didn't really want to do anything to the boat. I just wanted to go out, play with it, and enjoy it. I had a lot of fun with this. I think this is going to be one of their biggest selling boats. I really do. I honestly think that I've been doing this for 25 years. Every time they come out with a product, I usually have a prediction about it, and I'm usually correct. This one is going to be pretty big. I think this is going to be a very good product for them. The price point is good. The performance is definitely above its class. And like I said, the reliability, the way everything works, it's just unbelievable. These are going to be available on September 20th. I think they're going to sell out pretty quick. If you want one, like I said, they're going to be on our website in all the colors. And next to the boat, you're going to see an option to add the Velcro and the weight package. And I recommend that you pay for that option. It's going to be either $20 or $25. Just pay for that. I'll install it for you so that when you get the boat, you're not going to have to do anything. It's going to drive good out of the box. Anyway, this is Mark from parkflyers.com. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I had a great time making it, and I think this is a fantastic product. If this is the direction that Traxxas is going in the future, they're going to be doing very, very well. You can tell they actually spent a lot of money on this product because everything in it is new. They're much higher capacity than usual. Usually everything that they have on boats run very, very hot, and they're very inefficient. This changes that all. This is just a super good design, very modern, and I think Traxxas is heading in the right direction, and I can't wait to get behind this boat and sell a ton of them. Awesome piece. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Please, if you have any comments or questions below, leave it in the comments section, and I will try to get to it. Please like the video, share it with friends, and again, we'll see you on the next review, and have a great day.